YouTube? This is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the HG Gundam AGE-2 Double Bullet. Now, once again, I know I apologize a lot, but once again, I'm terribly sorry for the delay of the AGE-2 Magnum because I was not able to go get it yet. I will be going out tomorrow, so I will be able to purchase the kit tomorrow. So the review will be out next week, not on the weekends, but actually on the weekdays. So sorry for the 2 to 3 days delay, but I promise you I will be getting the kit and be reviewing that. But before so in order to make up for that, I will be making 2 reviews today, which one of them will be the AGE-2 Double Bullet. And once again, I got this kit out of for multiple reasons. Number one, I finished moving to a new apartment. Number two, while moving into the new apartment, something happened to the AGE-2 normal, so I needed some extra parts. Hence, I also got this. But anyway, I actually do like the Double Bullet more due to its play value. The one thing that I really did not like about the AGE-2 normal was the wings on the shoulders. They got in the way more than I thought. But this one, that issue is gone. So anyway, let's get on to the review. And this is my first review making in this new apartment. So I'm actually really happy, and I think my light setup is way more better than my old apartment. Anyway, as usual, let's go on with the components. Now, actually, before I go into components, I would like to say that I won't be showing off the basic weapons such as the beam saber because I have reviewed the AGE-2 normal one, so I won't be going on with the same parts that actually was included in the AGE-2 normal. So for the Double Bullet, I won't be going on with the beam saber effects and the body articulation and the head articulation because they're exactly the same build, even the waist section. So yeah. As usual, what you get, of course, is the Gundam AGE-2 Double Bullet itself. You get 2 multi-purpose hands on each side. Beyond that, here we go. We get some leftover polycaps, not too much, not too little, but yeah. And then we get these parts, which I cannot remember what these were for. I assume these are leftover parts from the AGE-2 normal, but yeah, they look like polycaps, but no, they're plastic that looks like polycaps, so yeah. You get a sticker sheet. They may look like a bunch, but they're not as bad as you think. So yeah, I will mention what part is a sticker as usual. You get this part, which is actually for the transformation. Technically, this can transform without this part. This is just a matter of fact if you're going to be more anime accurate or not. So yeah. And you get 3 more hands. One is a open hand, and you get a actual fist for each hand. However, you only get 4 hand covers, so you have to work yourself out. And then we have the action base hole or connector hole cover part that's on the crotch, but I barely use this part. And lastly, the good thing about some H kits is that they also give you a extra action base. They're not really mobile, they're not really articulated, but they get the job done. And once again, despite my new setup, the angle my camera is having might be a little bit tricky due to the location of my setup. Anyway, and you get 2 beam saber effects, which I have something to talk about regarding this kit, but that'll be a little bit later. Alright, let's get it off the base, or the rotation stand, and now let's go on with the review. Now, once again, I won't be going on with the head, body, and waist because they're pretty much exactly the same build as the AGE-2 normal, which I did review a long time ago. You know what, never mind. I think I will go with the head. The head, since it has the stickers that I need to show you guys, the head, it uses some stickers. First of all, the eyes are a sticker. These green sections on the forehead are also stickers. The main camera right over the top and on the back one are stickers. So that's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stickers already. And as you can see, the obvious, the H system chest is a sticker. The head can go down a lot than you think due to the transformation aspect. It can go up, and then 360 is no problem at all, but once again, be careful. Okay, the waist, it has a transformation gimmick, but it doesn't really work that way. Without transforming anything, you won't get any ab crunches, but you do get a nice 360 twist on the kit as well. So that's a simple version of that. let's go with the arms. The arms are pretty new. They're different arms. I mean, they may look like similar, but yeah, I mean, they still do the same thing, but looks a little bit different. Okay, the shoulders can go forward and backward like that, and then the arms can go about side to 90 degrees, and the arm itself has a double jointed bend. And once again, you do have this hole which is for a shield, but the double bullet version does not actually have a shield version. So yeah. And let me see. Like the AGE-1 or the Adele that I recently reviewed, you can also do the same thing regarding the arms. Of course, this one you can put it on the side. So if you have any customs, this might actually really help you out a lot. Okay, there we go. I did mention. I also forgot the two beam sabers are still in there, so you can just pull them out like that if you want to. But I won't be showing any demonstrations with this one because I already did on the normal version. Now the new aspect regarding the AGE-2 double bullet is the shoulder, the double dots cannon, or the double dots gun. I forgot what's the actual term, but it has some really good articulation. First of all, on the shoulder, this part also moves. However, this part is a peg, so that's keep in mind. And this part is a actual ball joint, and then you have another connection right over here, so you can move the double dots dots cannon around. So this one is a peg as well. So this is the only ball joint you have right over here. So you have a very good amount of articulation on the shoulders or on the weapons. So that's pretty nice. And among this, you can take this out and reveal another simple dots rifle looking ish weapon. And then you have this handle, and you can put it on the hand with no problem at all. The one thing I do like about AGE kits is that you don't really need to, like the old kits, you have to take off the hand cover and then put the weapon inside and then recover. You don't really need to do that. You can just put it on, you can just slide it in right away. Same goes for the beam saber as well. And among this, you can do one more thing with this. Now this is empty, and you can actually connect the beam saber effect inside here. Now I actually did buy this for this effect. However, I was hoping that they would have given a actual different looking beam saber effect. Like the Master Grade version, as far as I know, they give you a gigantic beam saber effect for these parts. And also they are actually called giant beam sabers, I believe, in the show or on the wiki. So yeah, this is the only disappointing part I have regarding the kit itself. I was really hoping for a separate effect, but oh well. So if you have another AGE kit that has these beam sabers, you can put two on the shoulders and then two on the hands with the beam sabers. So if you're like a really nut of beam sabers, you're gonna like that effect. Okay, that's that. Among that, the front skirt, back skirt are pretty much the same. It moves a bit. Front skirt moves 490 degrees, and you can separate them if you want to, but they come in connected. And you have the side skirt that moves a lot due to the transformation. And let's go with the legs. The legs, they're also different parts. Let's see. First of all, you have a side swivel, which is pretty stiff than you think, and then you have this this system going on, this hinge system. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, it moves, basically balances your kit on certain situations. And then you can go 490 degrees to the front, and you have a double jointed bend. Of course, the bottom section of the leg is kind of chubby, so it might actually hinder some processes. And since it transforms, it does have that weird effect of where it can, go over if you're not careful. And the feet are, ball jointed connection. Of course, the main ankle is ball jointed to the feet, and then the ankle connected to the leg is actually a peg. So just letting you guys know. And yeah, it still has a little bit small feet, but at least it's flat. So that's very nice. And we have this on the back section, which is technically for the transformation version. You can open these up and reveal missile launchers. Okay, now that's pretty much it for the review of the kit or the mobile suit mode itself, because there's not much new to show minus the arms and legs, because the main body, waist, and head are exactly the same as its normal version. Now I'm going to show you guys the transformation, but not on screen because it works pretty much the same. You pull the main body up, and then you push down the head, and then you basically do the same thing as the AGE-2 normal, but with a little bit twist on the arms, you don't actually need to take off anything on this one, so that's another good news. So I'll be right back. Okay, now we have its transformed version, the MA mode. Now, I'm gonna admit this looks really unnatural compared to the AGE-1, AGE-2 normals transformation. Now, I personally think that they really did not have to make a transformation, and due to the show and due to the aspect of AGE-2, or interesting feature regarding the AGE-2 is that it can transform, they had to somehow squeeze in a transformation for the double bullet. So I guess this is, and hence this awkward looking mode has existed. I mean, technically transformation is way easier compared to the, way easier or simple compared to the normal version, but yeah, I think they had to squeeze in something to make it transform. Once again, you don't really need to use that part that I'm using. You can technically use its normal connector, but the only problem with that is that when the H2 transforms, the arms and legs are supposed to line up. But if you use the original without using this block part, as I mentioned, it won't line up and it will, look a little bit different. So if you're one of those people who has to be like make it anime accurate 100%, this is required. So it's really up to your preferences or how picky you are. No offense to those, but yeah. And if you do use this, it might get a little bit trickier to connect the action base, but yeah, it still works in either way. But I'm not a big fan of this transformation, to be honest. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the review of the H2 Double Bullet. Now, once again, sorry for the H2 Magna delay, but I will be making a review in a few days. Once again, this was the review of the Double 2 H. Sorry about that. The H2 Double Bullet. The kit has great qualities. The quality is pretty good even up to this day. If you're a really big Age fan like me, you won't get disappointed, and this really has a lot of play value. The only downside is the lack of extra beam saber effects. Beyond that, there's not much you can go wrong with this kit. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Gundam AGE-2 Double Bullet. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews, so please stay tuned. And once again, see you guys next time.